Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know we have Primite Lode from Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem, man. Everyone wanted this card to get reprinted. I can't wait. It's gonna be a match of rarity. We're gonna have finally cheap loads. It was 15 bones a pop, around 50 bones for a playset, which was actually great. But now the card is 28 bucks, pushed in 30s. And yeah, I mean, deep down, loads were way more expensive. Lode was always, you know, an expensive card after it went parabolic. So, I mean, 28s, 30s is much better than, you know, 50s, 60s, even 70s for the most part. So, you know, if you need a playset, and as we go through today's market watch, just some cards that you should consider buying. We always say I'd be going for the first set OGs at around 30, 31s, but you get the gist of it. I would be buying loads right now, just getting exposure at around, you know, after tax, maybe $100 a playset. It could be great compared to future prices. Now, every time we talk about this card, just keep in mind, I'm talking about from now until September. Because in the tins, not to say that they have to, but a prismatic secret rare, it's possible. Maybe even a starlight in there. Y'all imagine? I'm very curious on how they will handle starlight rares in the tins, because usually 10 quarter centuries were cheap. They were still quarter centuries, but they were super cheap. So we'll see if, you know, they'll decide to put, you know, starlight rares like this in there, because they had no reason not to print a starlight in this set for this card. No reason. The only reason that I could think of is that they'll want to help sell the tins this year by adding a starlight and probably a prismatic in the 2025 tins, which would be great. So from now until September, if you need this card, I'd get it now, because from now until then, it could be a 35, it could be a 40 piece, maybe even a 50 piece. Anything is possible. So again, if you need it, especially to play, you know, the new Primite pieces are like just cheap. They're free 99. We saw, was it yesterday or the day before? You know, we were looking at the Primite cards and they were shekels. Neither Berzelius and Primite Fusion, they're cheap. So again, this is the main cog of the engine. It always has played at a playset. So if you need this card, I'd be picking it up right now. And then you have Blue Eyes White Dragon Starlight Rare. Again, in the live stream this past week, people were like, yo, Jay, should I be picking up Blue Eyes White Dragon? You know, a Starlight Rare is the Chibi art, and people, you know, we don't know if people like Chibi art or they don't, or some people do, but other people don't care. When it comes to specifically Blue Eyes, the Starlight Rare, Chibi art, again, checkmark recovery from 130s to 160s, and now it's 150 bones. That's just one. 8 listings only, single digit listings. If you have these deep pockets and you really want the card, like, I'd come in immediately and buy it at 155. That's what I'd be doing. And then if, you know, if that one's gone, I'd be buying, you know, these at 165. Like, if you want a playset, that's what, 300 and 200, that's like $500. I mean, it's right there. Let's see, are people buying playsets? Just one of them. I mean, the card is high up there in price, but just to say, the card quickly goes up to 200, one page only, single digit listings, little by little, with the high end Chibi arts, especially the Blue Eyes. It's becoming very, very scarce, guys. Very, very scarce right here. So just keep it in mind. And today we're gonna touch base on a couple Chibi arts. You know, we have the Blue Eyes one here. Still around 7s, you know, anything under 8s or even under double digits at single digits is great. You know, you have Walls of China at 781. That's good. That's what you want to see, so people can get exposure before the card could potentially continue going on up in the future. 69 listings is nothing too crazy, guys. It is nothing too crazy. You guys want to make sure that if you want this card, look, on the 3-month, we're consolidating sideways with healthy volume as well, guys. So you see this Wall of China, it could be gone in a period of 24 to 48 hours, guys. It can be gone. 69 listings right here. So just beautiful. Look at this consolidation on the 1 month. Wow, this is powerful. This is a card that you look at it and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm coming in, man. Let's get it. You know, consolidated for, you know, almost a month. It's been over 3 weeks. It's time to get exposure to this card right now. This, I look at this Chibi art even as a secret rare, I could see it at double digis in the future. I can see it as double digis. The card looks great. It's a Chibi art. It's unique, and we just don't know if and when we're getting other Chibi arts. And either way, if we get more, these will be the first ones. People are going to want to collect these to pair with the new ones. And if we don't get new ones, then these are the unique ones that everyone's going to want. So definitely one to keep on your radar, guys. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. First link in the description down below. If you want to buy Blue Eyes Chibi or any of these cards, you can fast track these cards right here. You can see the chart. Things are starting to ramp up. You want to get exposure to this card, to the cards of this set, you know, sooner rather than later. So get yourself over here and take advantage of this free tool, guys. And then we do have, again, the Chibi arts right here. One of each we're giving away. Link in the description down below. Come over here, follow, like, retweet, and comment. Because look at the Blue Eyes one right there. Shout out to Andrew for hosting this X giveaway. You do not want to miss out. And then we're going to be hosting pretty soon our 9.75K giveaway. So stay tuned for that. You know, thanks to you guys for participating in this one. So make sure you join the Discord so you can participate in our next giveaway, you know, coming out very, very soon. And make sure you subscribe so we can get to 9.75K so we can do our next giveaway. We love to give back at the community. Ring that bell, like the video on the way in. I would gladly appreciate it. So again, today we're going to talk about Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem. I would be buying the cards that I need from this set now. It's been a couple of weeks now as people move their mindset and their thought process into Duelist Advanced. As you can see up here, look at it. The top 10 cards everyone wants from Duelist Advanced. People are shifting their mindset into Duelist Advanced, which we covered day one prices yesterday. So while everyone focuses on the Vanquished Souls and the Lunar Lights and the Sky Strikers and this and that and the third, you want to come over here and go back, you know, to Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem that has come out, you know, a couple of weeks ago, and get exposure to some of these cards that we will be reviewing today. And even boxes of Battles of Legend are under 50 bucks, guys. Under 50 bucks. So I mean, just core set, sealed, not core set, I apologize for that, but sealed Yu-Gi-Oh product, including reprint sets like Battles of Legend. You know, a lot of people are questioning where's the value. Like, they go in through here and they're like, you know, the most expensive card, non-Starlight Rares, 30 bucks. Like, that's, I mean, again, like we said yesterday, is good for people on a budget that need exposure to these cards. But again, value-wise, like chase card value-wise, like why would I spend my hard-earned money on sealed to chase for what? For a $28 card, you feel me? Like, it's just, you just come in and buy singles, as we've always done. But now people are acting surprised because they're seeing these boxes just falling like that's crazy. Falling right there, falling knife mode. So again, if you want a box, you want to, you know, again, the highest non-Starlight, it's just 28 bucks. You're paying 50 bucks for a box. But based on pull rates, if you pull Starlights, I mean, here you can see there's some that are very, very valuable, as you can see. So it's not bad. It's not bad. And then there's some Chibi arts, you know, Starlights as well. So, you know, all in all, you know, not bad to consider getting a box if you want. If you feel like, you know, just cracking some, if you're addicted to the brown, you want to crack some packs open, you want to test your luck, you know, 50 bones for a box, post tax 50, 55, not bad at all. If you know, again, much better than paying 90s, 80s, 70s. But yeah, man, most of these box releases lately are under 50s across the board. That is crazy. But we'll see. And then even Justice Hunters was like 66 bucks. When we last talked about the box, it's like, it makes no sense. Such a meta relevant side set like Justice Hunters, only 66 bucks for the box is crazy. Just mind-boggling, mind-blowing to me, guys. So let me know what you think. But no better time if you want to get exposure to a box. A couple of weeks in, already at around 50 bucks. Not bad at all. We have Primite Dragon Ether Barrel. Again, this card is at all-time lows, guys, and we're starting to curve. We curved into consolidation. So again, if you have your 20 bucks, you know, around there, 20 somethings right there, come in here, you know, at 25, let's say 25 post tax, and get your play set. No excuses to not get access to this card. 86 listings is the secret rare rarity bump from the ultras with the correct text. And again, right now Primite is not like the end all be all engine. It's not, you know, Blue Eyes is not running rampant. They get their occasional tops here and there, but they're not like, you know, they're from the outside looking in, right? But you never know. Engines like these are one card away from being everywhere in the meta. Literally. I'm not saying that it has to happen. Konami is the one that would make that decision. But cards like these are one additional new support card or new card that comes out that works very, very well with the Primite engine, or a new deck core that comes out. You know, again, one card away from this being relevant. That's all it takes. You never know. So at the bare bones minimum, you want to have exposure to this card. You come in, 25 bones a playset. You add it to your binder, your investment binder, and set it to the side. Worst case, if you need it, you already have a playset. If it goes lower by any, you know, shot or chance, then you pick up another playset. If you see these at 5s, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go with the Nats. I'm gonna try and pick up a playset at around 25s, you know, either from the vendors or just trade value around 20, 21, whatever that is. You know, and then just make sure I get exposure. That's what I'm gonna be doing. And then if it goes down to 5s, I'll pick up another playset. If it goes up to double digits, I already have exposure. It's called the position of strength. You know, again, as this card consolidates right here and volume is picking up here. So again, I'm gonna talk about these cards at least once a week. Again, last week we were talking about quarter century Stampede. You know, cards to buy. We reviewed that second set in the weekend. Now we're doing Battles of Legend because I don't want people to forget, you know, that they should be picking up these cards because there's a lot of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh, man. There's always cards getting bought out, cards that are crashing down. You have Battles of Legend, a new reprint set. You have a new core set, Duelist Advanced. We're heading into the biggest event of the year this upcoming week. So there's a lot going on in Yu-Gi-Oh. So I love at least once a week to revisit cards like these that I think will age well. Not in the short term. Not, oh, I bought it and you know, 2 days ago and now the card is down 50 cents, or you know, and it's not up $2 as they thought. No, there's none of that. You buy it now, you set it in the binder, let it marinate like fine wine, and then you come back a couple months down the road and this card is double digits, probably 15 or 20s, and you're gonna be the one smiling at the market, smiling at Billy Bob's. I love to see these walls of China. Love it. Primite Drill Beam, love to see this wall of China right here at around 118. So that is just great. That is just great. 118 right here. You know, that's the price. Not bad. Yes, it's up 20% from the dollar mark, but big picture speaking, with a card like this, just have exposure. I already have like 20 copies already. You know, like I told you guys, and we're gonna be giving away after our Chibi art giveaway. You know, or I think as part of we'll see. Look at how beautiful of our 9.75K giveaway. These secret rare look clean. They look clean, especially at around $1. Like it's just great in my humble opinion. You know, heading into the future, I love penny stocks like these, and you can trade these for dollars, man. Throw them in, you know, trades at dollars, literally. Like people will do it. If you're like, yo, it's 118 on TCG Player, can you leave it at $1? People work with you, you know, and then you're saving 15-20% because it's cheap. You know, you're not gonna do that on an expensive card, and all you do is suggest it. If they're like, no, it's 118, then you trade for it. But most people, they don't care about 18 shekels. You know what I mean? Like they see it as $1 card already. You know, so pick these up if you see these in trade binders. You know, or get exposure if you know you need to buy it or whatever. Just get it, man. Because cards like these, people forget it was double digits, man. This card was double digits not too long ago. Now it's free 99. There's major walls of China. Look at these volume candles, 2 under 3 month. That's 594 copies just a couple days ago. I'm telling y'all, man. Free, and that's good. That means that these walls of China, oh my God, massive. They could be gone quick. And then the card is, you know, $130 and then $150. That's all I'm saying. 87 listings. Not too much to talk about, much else, because there's some cards, they're just easy money. You see them from a mile away, those secrets, like easy money. In the future, card just came out, had his initial rush of V-shape, retrace back down to the mean. This is when you buy it before that next leg up eventually. Right now, we can be forming a double bottom higher low, so just don't miss out, man. Do not miss out. We have Galatea Eye, the Orcust Automaton, still 17 bucks. You know, this card on the 1 month just continues to consolidate healthily. You know, it's 1750s. And again, when we talk about this card, you do see these walls here. Not everyone is playing Orcust, but if you're playing it, 17 bones is not bad. The card has potential to be over 20s as an ultra rare from this set. So yeah, 1739s, it's not bad to get this in the teens. You never know. Orcust, you know, are just one event away from being everywhere and then everyone wanting, you know, this card. It's crazy how in the OCG, like, Orcust literally dominated. I don't know if it was a span of a couple weeks or a month and some change, but it dominated the OCG, like dominance. But here we have so many different, you know, other decks with engines like Mitsubushi, for example, and just it's different in the TCG, different ban lists as well. So it's interesting to see that the card has come out. The deck has actually performed at some events, like some regionals. And you know, but heading into Nats, like, it's not like the end all be all. You know, there's a lot of decks. You have Lunalights, you have, you know, Raizio Onomat or Mitsubushi with it as well, or this and that, and there's just so many options heading into the biggest event of the year. So that's why you see this card at 17 bones. But you know, we'll see, man. We'll see post Nats. We'll see how things pan out. But right now, 17s. Like, if you need your one of, or however many they play in Orcust, like, not bad to get exposure to the card. Let me just close these up here, guys. So we have Forbidden Droplet again in triple T's. I always come back and talk about these staples because it's going to be easy for people to forget. Again, the goal should be for you to get, look, consolidating Forbidden Droplet, 10 bones a playset. That's the goal. The walls are at 375s for 180 copies. That's wild. So you have massive walls of China. So, I mean, what this is communicating is that anything under 4s for the long term is a great entry price for the long term. Again, this card is going to be above $5 down the line, and it might be 750s or 10s. It might. Those are the projections. Because, yeah, it's a reprint. It just came in Battles of Legend. It's an ultra. But it's a staple. Staples are currency. And just because some staples cycle in and out of the meta, cards like these, unless they're hit on the ban list, which no one sees coming, they'll always remain relevant in some way, somehow. You know how relevant it is, then it depends on the meta format. But in the future, no way, no how, Forbidden Droplets remain at 350s. This card is too cheap. If you ask me, long term is too cheap. It doesn't mean it can't go back down to 330s or the 3 bones or maybe even sub 2s. Anything is possible right here, guys. But as we consolidate, just beautiful. We have some type of a little W shape. We'll see if it pans out. You know, right here. And 391s is that swing high right here. If it breaks 391s, like where you don't see any walls and you see 4s with no walls, then that's it. That's it. It's going to be $5 and beyond. And it's going to enter price discovery mode for a staple like Forbidden Droplet, man. Such a great card. Don't take these for granted. Great reprints, man. When it comes to that, and then triple T's at around $2, you know, it hit $1 and some change. And now it's about $2 for a one of. So, hey, over 100 listings. Excuse me, guys. People need their one of. So if you can get this at around $2, that's not bad. Maybe a playset at 5 bones just to get exposure to the ultra. Put it in a binder, forget about it. It is a card that could get banned at any moment, you know, but as a one of, I think it's healthy where it's at, you know. So let me know what you guys think. But yeah, $5 a playset if you just want some type of exposure, not bad. Because these one ofs, they could reach 3s, 4s, even $5 as a one of down the line. Once this card dries up from its set. We have Crowley the Gifted Magistus. We talked about the secret rare. We read the effect, and I had no clue it worked so well with invoked, you know, effects. You know, with Alistair, and then fusion summoning with this one card. Spellcaster 1800 attack, level 4, not bad. At $150, I came in. I bought 6 of these, just waiting on these. Just got 2 playsets as an investment. And now, you know, the card continues to consolidate. You have a couple one-ofs. And the walls are at 220s. The walls are at 220s. I came in at $150. And look at that. People coming in. Even Billy Bob overpaying here. 85 listings only. You know, when we discussed this card, last time we discussed this card, I said, this could, we read the effect, and hey, when I read the effect, I'm like, I'm getting 6 of these. I just am. You know, it's just too good. Yeah, I mean, $10 post-tax for 6 of these? Count me in. That's what I did. I came in and got exposure. Hopefully it ages well. It went from $150 to $220, which is nothing too crazy, but you know, it's already on its way up to higher prices. And so if you see the secret rare, you know, now let's say I did it buy out at $150. Last time we talked about it, you know, where you could have had 6 for $150, for example. Then you come in and you just get your playset. Then at least get a playset of these. At the very least, you come in, you get a playset at this wall of China. You get exposure. That's what you do. Because cards like these, we've seen it happen in the past. They just age very, very well. Not just because of the Magistus angle of things, but Invoke, you know, again, if they get future support, this secret rare from Battles of Legend could be $5. Easy, conservatively. Maybe even more. So if you missed the first wave, don't miss it at 220s. You do have a wall of China where everyone can participate in, everyone can eat right there at 220s. Do not miss out on a card like this that has potential for you to wake up one day and it be 5 bones. Then we have DDD Count Surveyor. Man, this card is still $4. It's been consolidating here. Beautiful consolidation between 370s and 4s. Man, I wish I could see this card cheaper, but you do see walls of China, but I guess there's people buying here. You know, volume is dwindling, so but yeah, it's just based on scarcity and just how hard the card it is to pull as a secret rare. You know, the walls are at 4 bones, so if you need this card to play, because you're playing DDDs once the new support comes out, and you just need the card to play, let me just open this up to give you guys an update. But yeah, 50 listings. If you need this card, right here, you want to make sure that you get exposure. Like if I would be playing DDD, I'd come in right now, especially to play 4 times 3 is 12 plus 10. Let's say $15. You know, around there, $15 a playset, give or take, probably a bit less. I'd be getting it now, man, because with secret rares like these, never know. You could wake up and they could go one day from 4s to 10s and be up, you know, over 2x in price. It is definitely possible for a secret rare like this. Not because they're gonna be end all be all meta relevant wise like tier 0, but DD players, they don't play. Once they need their cards, they do what they must to get exposure to these cards. So here we have Amelia, Dance Priestess of the Nekros. Guys, this card, again, as a secret rare, we were talking about it at around 550s. Now you wake up and it's 624s. And you do have walls of China. But again, at around 20 bones post-tax, not bad. You know, 57 listings right here, not bad at all. You know, it's a Nekros card. And as a secret rare from this set, when you see secret rares like these, usually these cards age well, usually, because they get hard to get. Nekros players, they continue to need this card. There's people always that come back. There's a lot. Nostalgia is always big in Key and Yu-Gi-Oh. Once old deck cores, old, you know, cards like Nekros cards, you know, get support, then people come back. They're like, yo, there's new support for Nekros, man. I love Nekros. Oh my god, what do I need? And what's that? Oh, it's Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem. Oh, and what's the card? Yeah, is that Amelia card? Oh, give me 3. You know what I mean? Like that mindset. And it continues drying up and drying up. So again, $20 a playset. Hopefully it came in at 550s. You know, but even now, it's not to say that it can't go back down into the 5s. But just long term, cards like these people forget about, they don't care, they become scarce, the demand stays there. Nekros players just continue either getting them for their decks or just accumulating them, man. You know, imagine you love Nekros, right? You know, there might be people, okay, I need 3 now to play and build my deck. So let me come in at 550s, you know, around 15 to $20, get my play set. All right, I'm gonna chill. But then, damn, I need a way to get paid in a couple weeks, or next month, I'll buy 3 more just for my collection, you know. And then next month comes by, and then that demand keeps coming. A lot of people think that way. They want an extra play set just for their collection. They already love Nekros cards. Like, you just never know, man. So cards like these, don't let it be a $10 card. Don't let it be double digits up 35%, you know, whatever that is, right? 40, 35, 40%. Don't do that. Don't do that. You come in now, you get exposure. It's been a couple weeks already with secret rares like these. Do not miss out. Then here we have Magical Android. What a beautiful card. What a beautiful card. Yes, we understand this could be in rarity 5. We get it. But this is one that even if it's in rarity 5, like these secret rares, at the prices we're picking them up, I think they age well regardless. I mean, 74 listings, card used to be $1 and even below, as low as 88 cents. But from the dollar mark is up 25%, and you have these walls. Again, you do have walls here, but volume is strong. Edisons don't play. You have hundreds of people buying up this card. So every week we're gonna touch base on it as a penny stock. You know, hey, you don't want to buy this card at $1.50, at $2, $3s down the line, because even if it would get a starlight and a reprint, usually when cards get printed, they don't get reprinted as fast. But you know, if they announce a rarity collection 5, then before then, we're gonna want to make sure to get rid of most of our secrets just in case, and profit, especially if they're at higher or more elevated prices. But maybe in the tens also as well. We'll see. That's September and beyond. Right now it's July, and you know, there's a lot of, you know, there's events probably at Nats, Edison related, and then you always have people going to events and needing this card. Like, yo, I'm telling you, I needed multiples of these, and people are always looking for this card. So now at this cheap, even more, it's a card that is going to have its liquidity, as you can see here. So great trade bait for Edisons. So yeah, just get exposure into these walls, man. Don't miss out. Don't take these prices for granted. And we talk about reprints, but we don't know. What if it doesn't get a starlight in the tins and a reprint? What if it doesn't get a rarity collection 5 gets announced and it comes? What if it doesn't get a reprint in that set? You feel me? So that's the goal of having exposure. You don't need to go all in and go crazy necessarily, but getting exposure. This is another one. Just like Drill Beam, it's a penny stock. If you see it in a binder, pick it up. If you're making a trade, throw it in there as $1. You know, the completed trade. Just as a throw-in. Right there, man. Telling y'all, pick these cards up. These could be easy future money. Link in the description down below. Come over here to the Discord, guys, so you can participate in our giveaways X as well and get your free $15 off. Shout out to you guys. If you need any Battles of Legend cards, if you need any Duelist Advanced cards, anything you need or accessories, free $15. Shout out to you guys that are still taking advantage of that free money, literally, guys. So make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, like the video as we continue to grow and give back on the channel, guys. And none of this content is official financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. Let me just close these, guys. So we have Jurrac Volcano. Again, this is a secret rare that used to be $1, you know, and some change free. It went up to 15 bucks, guys. Don't get it twisted. Chart didn't really update up there, but you did have sales at around 15, 16s. So when you see a card that used to be $1 and some change go up all the way to 15s, $1.50, it was a 10x. When you see it have a 10x move, and then from that 10x move crash down 3x down, then you get it. You get it at $5. 48 listings. I understand it's a premium and you're paying, you know, essentially a 3x premium, but the card is 3x down from the highs. So if there was ever a time to pick this card up and you want it, you want Jurrac Volcano, you want to build the deck for the funsies, you love dinosaurs, you know, again, consistent volume here. This is the price. 15 bones. This is the price into these walls. You don't want it to creep up to 550s, then 6, 7s, then maybe even double digits again one day. 48 listings is nothing too crazy. So as we see Jurrac Volcano, used to be $1.50, went up 10x, crashed down 3x, and now it's still 3x up from the lows. We got it, but now is that midpoint, the best time to get exposure for this card before it could creep back up to double digits. You just never know. Even go back up to 750s, man. So don't play around with the Volcano. Don't do that. Then we have Skull Servant. Again, these Chibi arts, it seems like they've, you know, floored in price, at least locally speaking, like recently, as we can see, went down to $1.74. But this is 3 bones, man. Like, so where's this volume coming in? Yeah, so Skull Servant going from $1 and some change to 3s, almost up 100%, almost up 2x, guys. And people coming in. That's a good sign. You know me, I want these. But I've just been patient, just letting the market, you know, speak. But consolidation wise, wow, beautiful consolidation on this card. So, you know, Chibi-Rs, don't take them for granted. Don't be like, oh, Chibi-Rs are cheap, they're everywhere, there's walls of China. Sure, but as these get hard to get, people will continue to always come in and get these. They're unique. People feel good when they buy unique cards like these. Not everyone is gonna like chibi arts, but those people that do, then they want these cards, especially Skull Servant. So just wanted to highlight this one. You know, if you're 30 minutes in, just to keep it in mind, there's gonna be some of these chibi arts that people will prefer over others. So don't just have that mindset, oh, they're all cheap, they're all trash, you know, they're chibi arts, we don't care. No. You know, Gores is a good one for Eddie Edison's, Honest in the future as well. You know, you have Dark Paladin and Neos, you know, nostalgic ones. Again, do not sleep on chibi arts. This is just one example. They're starting to move on up. People are probably not realizing it. You know, as we get closer to a month since this set released, then these cards little by little start getting harder and harder to get. So don't let this be a $5 secret and beyond. Hopefully we get some type of little retracement here, maybe the 250s, but wow, what a jump on Skull Servant chibi art. We have Dark Paladin, like we mentioned. You know, we go to the monthly, you see that this card was 217s and now it's $3. So again, $10 a place up post tax, not bad. If you need Dark Paladin chibi art, again, these secret rares, I think people are gonna take them for granted. Most people are like, oh, I don't care about chibi art. There could still be an opportunity to make money because a lot of people out there do. You can pick this card up at 3 bones today, $10 a place at post tax, and then these could be 5s and beyond tomorrow, you know, later on down the line, and you can be eating good off just the nostalgia. Dark Paladin, man, just off the nostalgia. You know, I think we'll probably get more chibi arts because you know, we need Red Eyes, we need the Dark Magician girl chibi art. You imagine might turn out great. So I think we'll get more chibi arts. My question is where, because they chose like a very unique set, in the sense unique reprint set. It's just a Battles of Legends set. It wasn't like you know, a tin or maybe a special product like for itself. No, it was just in Battles of Legends. So usually we get Battles of Legends every year. So, damn, we're gonna have to wait another year to get the other chibis. We'll see how that pans out. But regardless, these are nostalgic. People want them and want to collect these. So as you see these flattening out here, this consolidation, this lack of general interest, that's when you come in and you get exposure early when no one else cares. We have Gores here. Again, don't forget Eddie Edison's. They don't play around with their Gores. Some people will want this specific version. It's been hovering under 2s here. And you have a one of, but really, card is, you know, $3. Yo, look, that's what the Wall of China is. You have a couple one-ofs there, but the card is really a $3 card. So yeah, I mean, it's holding strong, you know, here on the 1 month. So yeah, I mean, if you want this Gores for them Eddie Edison's, because most people have the misconception, and I tell you guys, because I'm an example of you know, I love Edison as well, but that every Eddie Edison out there, they only want the OGs. They only want the old school cards. And I get it. Most of them do. Most Eddie Edisons, they want like the first OG Super Raikou. And, you know, they want the old versions of all these cards and this and that and the third. Not always. That is not always the case. Me, I don't like those old cards. Like, I play Edison, but I want like modern versions of those older cards. You feel me? Like, most of mine are like Plat Secrets. You know, my Gores is Ghost Rare. If not, if I wouldn't have a Ghost Rare Gores that I picked up years and years and years ago, I would be buying this one. I won't lie. Yeah, this would be my Gores in both of my Edison decks, because I like chibi arts and it's different. I don't care about no like Dragons of Legends, Secret Rare Gores, and I just need to have that old feel. But that's just me. Most people do, but there's people out there like me that they don't mind sneaking these into their Edison decks. And there's a lot of new people building Edison too. So those new people, they might not care about the OGs, the older ones to get, maybe even more expensive. They'll be like, this is cheap enough, it looks good enough, let me get chibi art Gores. So that mindset might push this card up to 5s and beyond as well. So don't sleep on it. We have Artifact Lancia, this one, same deal right here, just continues to consolidate at around 44 cents. These are the ones that you want to see at under 2 quarters a pop. Anytime you can throw these in trades, man, these turn out, it's free 99. You know, just literal throw-ins and trades. That's a couple shekels, you good, man. Or pick up a playset for $1. Yeah, all right. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you want to be doing here. You know, because If you pick up a playset for $1, you're saving 20%. And life is all about percentages, so you want to do so here. If you pick these up, maybe you get a deal, especially, you know, if it's for even larger quantity. But yeah, man, essentially $1 a playset, not bad for Lancia. Lancia will remain. People have the misconception like, oh, it's just because of Malice, but once Malice falls out of favor, that's about it for Lancia. Maybe in the short term, but this card always cycles back into the meta. Banishing is always a core strong component in you know, Yu-Gi-Oh mechanics and Yu-Gi-Oh playability, guys. So you don't want to sleep on this shekel card that could be $1 one day, man. It could definitely be $1. We have Alba System, Dogmatic Calamity. This card, again, same deal. Wow, just beautiful consolidation, curving volume wise into volume consolidation as well. So that is very powerful. The card is $1, you know, it's been consolidating at that price. And excuse me, this is where you want to get it at, because you quickly play almost a 10% increase with the next listing, and the next wall is at $1.15, so that's a 15% increase. No need for that. Just pick these up at $1. At the bare bones minimum, you guys need to have at least 3 of these. Just take 3 of these, put them to the side, because cards like these come out, no one cares about them, and then in the future they go up. You know, again, don't sleep on this card. It used to be shekels at around 2/4 a pop. Now it's $1. So don't take it for granted. Don't let this be 2 to 3s down the line, even more. You never know. Yes, there's over 100 listings, but with cards like these that come out in these sets, people forget about them, and then everyone needs them one day, and then they spike up in price. We have a Jama Trio. This one is nice, man. I like it. You know, this is continues to consolidate, mainly at around 75 cents. But yeah, you only see 1s and 2s a playset at 75 cents. But where's the walls? Yeah, so the walls are at 85 cents, really 90 cents, almost $1, guys. So don't get it twisted. Card is consolidating. If I see these, I'll pick them up. Anything under $1, because I just love the artwork, man. Ojama Trios is just amazing. Amazing artwork. It's a classic, nostalgia factor. So this secret rare, if you could pick it up, you know, make sure you do so, man. Make sure you do so at shekels. Don't let this potentially be over $1 in the future. No matter relevance, but just a nice, neat card, chibi art to collect that even I want. So definitely keep it in mind as it continues to consolidate. Here we have Stream Dragon Ruler of Droplets. Just wanted to highlight this. Look at this volume candle. Wow, hundreds of copies. Most people, especially you guys close to 40 minutes in, no one's looking at this card right now. But this volume candle is important. There is massive walls of China, but just get your exposure. People forget how hard it was to get just Stream in general. Even the commons were money. Stream was just money everywhere. It was hard to get. It is the, you know, the baby that has been that has held more value and was the hardest to get, the most expensive one. So again, as a secret rare, yes, you also have the other ones in here, the other baby dragon rulers, but this is the one that I would be honing in on. You know, of course, you get exposure to the other ones as well, but this is the main one. Look at that volume candle, strong. So you have walls of China. Pick these up as shekels. Throw these in trades. That this one could go from shekels to billies in the future, and no one would be surprised. You have Blaze, Supreme Ruler of all dragons. You know, same deal. Anything under 50 cents should age very, very well. These are throw-ins, man. These penny stocks, telling you, throw-ins and trades. Pick them up, throw them to the side, put it in a bulk box, put it in a binder, and just forget about these. That this card at 35 cents today could be $1 tomorrow. You can be up 3x from shekels to billies. The game is that easy. We have Stardust Cipher Divine Dragon, again another one, massive walls of China. It is consolidating here though, so beautiful. As you can see, that has been the theme of today's market watch, consolidation for most of these penny stocks. That's when you want to get exposure to these. So again, as you can see these here as shekels right there, there's massive walls, so no need to go crazy other than the fact that you at least get exposure. No excuse for everyone that watches this video needs to eventually have at least a playset. No excuse to not have at least a playset of exposure to that penny stock. We have Kitchen Dragonmaid, man. Wanted to leave it, you know, towards the latter part of the market watch, and just wanted to close the market watch on this note right here, that this card has strong volume. 700 copies sold in a 48-hour time span very, very recently, guys, is crazy. So Kitchen Dragonmaid, this ultra rare, used to be shekels, you know, as low as says 84 cents, but I think people said this was like 50 cents or even lower. So guys, and now the card is $1.50. There's a wall at a $166. After that, it does go to towards twos, and it has massive walls of China. But if you need this card, I'd be getting it $5 a playset. I'd be picking it up because this card, it's a Dragonmaid card. There's Dragonmaid support, a lot of hype. So again, as you can see, this card only has 3 prints. Well, 2 prints because this block of cheese don't count. But you know, the OGs, what are the OG secrets? Let's see. I'm curious now. You guys got me curious here. Wow, this card is still money. This one's one I missed. I missed in the sense that I had in my brain, I thought this card was like reprinted more times than just 3 times, which is crazy. But guys, this might turn out to be a very, very good investment as a clean ultra rare. You know, so right now, $5 a playset, but eventually it's going to be $5 for just one down the line once this dries up. And then it might even be double digis one day. Never know. So if you see these cards in trade binders, you know, or if you want to get exposure into some of these walls, no better time to come in at $5 a playset. Not bad at all with Kitchen Dragonmaid. Guys, hopefully you made it through towards the end of the video. If you did, make sure you subscribe, you ring that bell, you like the video on the way out. Make sure you share this in one place in a group chat with some friends. It really does go a long way. Much love for each and every single one of you guys. Thank you for being here and for supporting the channel and finding value in what I do. You guys are straight MVPs. Guys, thank you so much for your time, for your support, for your attention. Stay fresh.